What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we are taking a look at Kung Fu Vampire's newest album, Look Alive, which came out a week ago today. I actually didn't get my physical CD till earlier this week, but I've been listening to it since last week. The Kung Fu Vampire Topic YouTube channel has all the songs on there. That's where I went and listened to it. So if you haven't heard it yet, you can actually go over there right now and listen to it. None of the songs are in a playlist, so you'll have to add them like I did. I put mine in a watch later playlist in the order of the songs. You can find the track list on Faygo Lovers. I will provide you a link there for your convenience. So if you haven't heard it, definitely go check that out and listen to the album. But anyway, let's jump right into it. There is the front. That is a sweet ass cover. It's kind of hard to see. My lighting isn't the greatest, but even with this a little bit of light, that's just a really dark cover. And I know a few weeks prior to the release of this album, Kung Fu Vampire actually made a post on Facebook asking our thoughts on the album cover and what it meant to us. And I told him then that, well, somebody said something about it was him killing the image of Kung Fu Vampire that he loves so much. Kung Fu Vampire replied with, and with what weapon am I killing it with? And my reply was that he wasn't killing the image, he's giving it life. Think about the title of the album, is called Look Alive. You see him with this staff in the chest of the vampire image. To me, it looks like he's taking in a breath of air. So to me, this album cover is about giving life to the vampire. I mean, because you have him as a person. Here you have the Kung Fu Vampire character. He's giving it life. Like, say, look alive. That's pretty fresh. I think that's awesome. Let's go ahead and jump on the back with the track listings. I love that this box plays a part in this continuous story throughout his albums and his music videos. That was actually a really sweet collaboration that he had with Tech Nine, where he handed him the box, Tech Nine looks in. That's fucking awesome. I love that the box is playing that continuous role. So let's go ahead and take a look at the track list. She is a Villain, Fire featuring Locksmith and Ubiquitous. Did I pronounce that right, Shanzi? Duality featuring Twisted, Bloodbath Weekend, Little Girl Big Mouth featuring Lex the Hex Master, Slice of Life Remix featuring Brother Lynch Hung, Cruel featuring Recognize and Burns of Mayday, Dead Girls Don't Say No #2 featuring Blaze Ya Dead Homie, perfect fucking place for that feature, No Time for Bullshit featuring Ilum and Mr. Gray, Diabolic featuring the ROC, Bollywood Undead, Little Girl Big Mouth Remix, and the original version of Slice of Life. Now, my favorite tracks on this album, I gotta be honest, when I first listened to this album, it took me a minute for some of the songs to click with me, but they have clicked now, the ones that I really like. Favorite tracks is She Is a Villain, Fire. I've been bumping Fire since he first debuted it. Duality, I've been waiting on that Twisted feature for so long. I always thought it was weird that Twisted was the ones that brought Kung Fu Vampire into the Juggalo spotlight, and yet they never worked with each other for years. I know he had a feature on Wasted Part 2 from the Get Twisted EP, but that feature wasn't satisfying enough for me because, one, it had all kinds of people on it, and two, I just felt like it was too short. The feature wasn't satisfying enough. Duality was the perfect feature for Twisted. I'm gonna tell you right now, go listen to the song, you'll agree with me. Bloodbath Weekend, when I first listened to it, it was kind of like there's a dubstep feel to it, and I didn't care for it. Now, I mean, there's moments of the song I don't like, and then there's other moments where it's like, yeah, this is a catchy song, and I like it. The version of this version of Little Girl Big Mouth is actually not the original one that was debuted. This is actually, to me, this is a remix, but I guess this is supposed to be the original. The one that everybody heard when he debuted the feature with Lex was actually this one down here, which is, I guess, the remix. So, Dead Girls Don't Say No is not a bad song, I guess. The original one kind of screams out to me more than this one does. The first one's a little more catchier, so No Time for Bullshit's definitely a favorite track. Diabolic is fucking awesome. I'm actually starting to feel the ROC a little more. I'm starting to get into the ROC a little more ever since Zodiac Imprint. So I'm definitely thinking about picking up some ROC albums now. But I love Diabolic. Great fucking track. And the original Slice of Life. I think I like the beat better in the original. The remix isn't bad. I like the Brother Lynch Hung feature. But I like the beat of the original Slice of Life a lot better. So those are the favorite tracks. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. You know, Kung Fu Vampire is notorious for some fucking killer artwork in his albums. So there you have him, and you have like the decapitated head of the character. So now at this point I'm a little confused why you have a decapitated head. I'm not sure. Maybe this is supposed to be him bringing it back to life and this is it dead. I don't know at this point, but I still love the album artwork. And you got a little signature here with the number 5. I'm assuming I have the 5th copy. Maybe? I don't know. Fold it open. There's the CD. I just bumped the fucking tripod. Yeah, I know Kung Fu Vampire posted a video on his Facebook showing this all off, and I stopped it. He showed the CD, and then I'm assuming he started to show the actual CD itself, like the book and everything, well, the case and everything. I stopped it right then and there because I wanted it to be a surprise. So there's the CD. Let's go ahead and slam that right down there. And there you have the innards of the Digipack. Not quite as dark as some of his other artwork, but it's still pretty fresh with all the credits right in there. So there you go. That's all there is to that. I love this album. I like Love Bites a little bit more. I like a lot more of the songs on Love Bites than I do this. But I definitely like this more than I like Dead Sexy. So it was a great album, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. I would go to the YouTube channel, listen to it. That way, because I guess the way that YouTube has that set up is the artist and the label still gets earnings from it. So that's dope. That's definitely a way to go support him. And if you like the album, pick it up. Go to kungfuvampire.com and purchase a copy yourself. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.